Let's talk about one of my favourite subjects, parking fines. A whopping 5.6 million parking tickets were issued in the UK last year, a fifth up on the previous year. That's a ticket every 6 seconds. Most of them were to me, but what can I say? A roundabout's a great place to dump a Clio. What I'm most interested in are private parking firms. They're the people who monitor if you've paid to park and fine you if you haven't. You've got some facts about them, haven't you, Prue?
Right, facts.
Yes, please.
They make 500 million a year from issuing tickets on behalf of landowners.
It's a beautiful stat bomb, that one, Mark.
Don't try it at home.
That is a lot of parking tickets. Do you get a lot of parking tickets, Prue?
No, because John does all the driving.
I imagine you're sort of dump it anywhere kind of person, just zigzags outside of school kind of thing.
If I got a ticket, I would say it was his.
Which is a crime. But it's no surprise how many of these tickets get issued when you see how strict the rules can be in some car parks. Let me show you. I've been to car parks all over Britain for reasons that do not concern you. This is the most stupid car park I've ever come across, although the owners say it's actually 2 of the most stupid car parks I've ever come across. Let's take a look.
Hi, it's me, Joe Lycett, overlooking the McDonald's and Starbucks at Stansted Airport. It's OK. Can you hear anything I'm saying? What?
Hi, it's me, Joe Lycett, overlooking a model of the McDonald's and Starbucks at Stansted Airport. Let me explain what's happening here using little Toy Joe. He goes into this car park and parks here. He gets out of his car and goes into Starbucks for a mocha, then over the way to McDonald's for a quarter pounder and 6 McNugs. Then he gets back in his car and he drives all the way home to his hideous wife and stepdaughter. But imagine Toy Joe's explosive toy rage when he discovers he has a parking fine for £100.
Ah! Yes, I know it's £60 I have to pay within 14 days, but we can't go to Benidorm now. Why did this happen?
Let's review. You see, despite this looking like one car park with one entrance right here, it's actually separated into 2 car parks, despite being managed by one private parking firm, Met Parking. Met Parking have covered this site in all sorts of different signs, which I suppose are meant to be helpful. But who's got the time to read all this? The key point is in the small print at the bottom of this big, complicated sign, which states that McDonald's is a different location, and anyone who leaves site, even if they've just bought a coffee from Starbucks, will be clocked on the CCTV, have their reg plate taken by the automatic number plate recognition technology, and receive a fine. Not cool. I couldn't just stand by and let innocent people get caught out by Met Parking's confusing one car park that's actually 2 car parks car park. I needed to take action, dressed as a high-vis superhero. Hello, I'm Joe Lycett, and I'm dressed as a lollipop gentleman. And I'm here to warn people that if they park in the wrong place, they might get a fine. Stop! Where are you parked? You're parked in Starbucks, but are you going to McDonald's? No. They'll fine you, because they follow you on the CCTV.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
You guys aren't going to Starbucks, are you? Good. Not even for a mocha, they'll fine you. Happy to help.
Yes!
Sorry, that's an instinct I have.
Stop! Stop!
Are you guys going to McDonald's? I should get a Pride of Britain award for what I'm doing right now. Have you parked over there? They'll give you a fine. What's your name?
My name's Andy.
Hello, Andy. I'm Joe. Nice to see
Hi.
you. So you've been caught out by this car park?
The problem was with me, it went straight to my company. My company didn't pass it on to me.
Right.
So the fine obviously went up.
Oh, God.
Went up to quite a bit. Went up to nearly £400.
£400?
I had the evidence, so
Yeah.
it clearly showed me parking here, walking into Starbucks.
And they'd filmed you doing all that?
Doing that shows me walking over to there, walking back, getting my van, driving out. So basically what they were saying, I should have bought my coffee from Starbucks,
Yeah.
then driven into McDonald's and parked in there.
It's insane, isn't
So,
it?
yeah, it should be clearly displayed, this being one car park, that being a separate car park, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
What do you think of my sign?
Perfect, yeah. I wish I'd seen it. I'd seen it before.
There we go, Met Parking there with what they claim are 2 car parks, but in fact, like Kirsty and Phil, are just 2 sides of the same problem. We'll be coming back to private parking later on and seeing whether I've got what it takes to make it as an employee of Met Parking. One of the things I do on this show is reply to other people's scam emails so they don't have to, freeing you guys up to do whatever normal people do to pass the time. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing drugs? So, this is an email someone sent me. They received this tasty and genuine-looking offer in their inbox. Here it is. Hello, I am Mr. Yusuf Dixon, Gold Export Manager, contractor by profession. I need your assistance of transferring $26.5 million in your country. I wait to hear from you. So I wrote back, what's this about? But I didn't write that as me. I set up a fake account in the name of DIY SOS host Nick Knowles. Yusuf wrote straight back to Nick Knowles and said, like I said, I would like you to receive the money, then help me to come over to your country for shearing. I'm guessing he meant sharing, but I prefer shearing, to be honest. Then he wrote, now I want you to send me your own passport, your address and your phone number. Now, I don't have Nick Knowles' phone number or passport because, believe it or not, I'm not Nick Knowles. So I wrote back, hi, Yusuf. It's great to hear from you. Thank you for shearing me. I'm not sure where my passport is. Will this do for what you need? And then I attached this. It's a fake young person's rail card belonging to Nick Knowles, who is 56. Yusuf replied, I'm a little bit surprised to hear you said you don't know where your passport is. At this point, I should have backed down. Should have, but absolutely didn't. And instead I wrote this. I've been looking for my passport all day. My wife said it was in the kitchen cupboard, but there was nothing there but cling film. It is not the first time she has lied to me. Now, you might presume at this point this is where Yusuf runs out of patience. No, it's the point where he writes this. Hello, my friend. I understand. We have to wait till your wife gives back your passport from the kitchen cupboard, thank you. Yes, we have to wait for pretend Nick Knowles' imaginary wife to give me my passport back from my non-existent kitchen cupboard. I decided it was time for Nick's pretend wife to get involved. I called her Linda Bin, and I set up an email account for her. Here she is. That's her. She's lactose intolerant, but she still drinks loads of milk, because YOLO. I emailed back to Yusuf as Linda. I wrote, Yusuf, please stop emailing Nick. He is not to be trusted. He slept with my friend and I've had to move to Bosnia. I will happily take your offer in his place, Linda Bin. Now, at this point, you or I would realise this is totally insane, but not Yusuf, because he wrote, hello, my dear Linda Bin. Thank you so much for telling me in time who your husband is. I'm happy to have you by my side as my partner. I've finalised everything with the manager. The only fees you will pay is clearing fees, which is €1,210 only. So what this is an advance fee scam. They're promising us big money if we make them a smaller payment up front. So it was time for Linda to let Yusuf down. And she wrote, my dear Yusuf, Nick and I haven't been getting on for a long time. Things aren't right in the bedroom. Actually, things aren't right in every room. My friends think I'm crazy. They say I'll patch things up with Nick, that you're clearly a con man. But I know the only crime you're guilty of is loving too much. And fraud. I'm ready to start a new life with you, Yusuf. Let's take that 26 million and run away together. I can go anywhere with a third off using Nick's young person's rail card. Love, Linda. I received no further reply. Another scammer frightened off. Happy to help. You're welcome.